Alright, so today what we're going to do is move from making the parts of our swing set clubhouse thing and work on actually putting it together. Now you'll see I've made a few pieces over here. I've made a couple posts that hold up the little playhouse part. I've made some floorboards, and I've made two different length sides. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to create a new design. There's no special assembly file in Fusion like there is in Inventor. So I'm just going to make a regular design. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to my existing pieces and I'm going to click on them. Now, on a Mac, you might have to hit like Apple click or Control click or something like that. And you're going to insert into current design. Oh, and it gave me an error. I have to save this first. So I'm going to go ahead. I'll do that now. So we'll save this as assembly. All right. So I'll create the file there. And again, insert into our current design. That's a floorboard. You can see how it just comes right in here. And notice when it comes in, I can turn it if I want. And if I turn it into the wrong way, I can always reorient it later. All right. I didn't actually want to put this in first though. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to hit delete. I'm going to delete that thing. Oh, my bad. Right here. Right click on the object over in the tree and hit delete. All right. So I want to actually start with the posts. These are the vertical poles that come out of the ground that will hold up the clubhouse. So I want to insert into my current drawing, and I actually will need 4 of these. So I'm going to insert 4 of them. Now, I don't know exactly where I want them all to be yet, and we'll get there in a minute. Notice when it puts them in, it just keeps putting them in the same spot. All right. So I have my posts in. Now, putting things together in Fusion is different than Inventor. We don't use mates and flushes and things like that. What we actually do is we lock points together and then we offset from there. So up here in Assemble, you'll see we have a thing called joint. We're going to use that. And I'm going to come in let me zoom in a little bit here. You can see it. I'm going to line up this flat surface with the opposite surface here. So joint, I'm just going to leave things where they are. And notice it wants to lock to things. So I'm going to lock the center of this rectangle to the center of that rectangle. All right. Now, do I actually want the post like this? No. So what I want to do is I now say, now that they're all lined up, now I kind of give it the exceptions to this. So I'm saying I want to move the 1, and I'm going to say that my clubhouse area is 4 feet by 6 feet. So I'm going to move this one 48 inches over. All right. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to create a joint, and I'm going to lock the center of that one. To the center of this post. And I said it was going to be 4 by 6 feet, so 6 feet is 72 inches. Zoom out a little bit. So we now have these 3 posts. And I have one more that I want to look at. I want to get this one. So I'm going to come in, select joint, And there's the center of it. And we'll line it up with this one right here. And this is our 6 foot direction, so I'm going to offset it that way. Notice I have to click the arrow to specify which direction I'm offsetting it. 72 inches. Alright, now I have my posts and they're all locked together. Since I lined up the centers of each of them, the tops are all going to be the same, the edges are all going to be the same, and all I had to specify was that distance in between. So now, we said that this direction is 6 feet, and that direction is 4 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and put on one of the 6 foot sides. I'll come over here, right click, and I'll insert it into my current design. Alright, that's fine, we can leave it right there. Now, I want to put this board across these 2 posts. And the way I'm going to do that, I first have to decide how high up I want it. Let's go ahead and we'll say that it's going to be 5 feet up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a joint, and I will lock the center of this post a little bit trickier on a touchpad, to the center of this board. Alright, and this isn't quite where I want it yet, but I'm going ahead and going to click OK. Notice it moves everything over. Now, there's my board. It's attached to the post. Now I want to modify this some. I want the board to go up a little bit more. I want it to go over so it lines up with this. So I can come in here and I can edit the joint after I make it. Now, the nice thing here is I can kind of do a lot of this visually. I can specify how far I want it lined up. And notice I can look at the numbers over here and I can do the math and figure out exactly where I want it. And I can get those boards where I want them. So I get that board on. I can get boards going the other way on. I can put everything together how I want it to go. Alright, so that's how we're going to use joints. Today what I would like you guys to get done is to build a little bit of the frame and try to get a couple of boards lined up and together. Okay?